Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to make a real quick video on the new Guilty Gear Strive opening movie that was released. You know, it's like the movie that plays at the beginning of every fighting game. You know, it's like a little 2-minute video that just gives like a little intro on what's happening, right? Every video game has it. So I went to just look at the one that Guilty Gear Strive has, because I think I watched it once and I think that it reveals what the next 5 characters will be. Right? I think it shows at least 3 of the 5 new characters, right? But I think it shows all 5. And I'll go through why in a second. Let's watch it real quick, and then I'll go back through and I'll explain why I think each character will be in Strive. Some of them don't have that much evidence behind them, but just from what I see from the trailer, they just look like they're going to be characters. Let's go through it real quick. I got Soul, I know, it's that man. Look at Soul and Jacko. I look at this. I walking to the forest. Anji and Chip. I'm not too deep into the Guilty Gear lore. I didn't know Anji and Chip knew each other. Some random zombie gun dude. Yuki and Soul fighting, and then Giovanna comes in. Like, this is a sick trailer. This is a really sick trailer. May being kawaii as always. Oh, Zombie did again. Some missiles. Big dude swinging a big chain. Zato. I mean, that's that guy. I don't remember his name, but that's that guy.
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing.
It's Jacko and Aria. I'll swing more in a second. I know it's some sort of dungeon. But I know an actual like time link or something. And that's why I took to be here. Batman like doing some crazy attack. Like that looks like I know's attack. And it's all the cats that we know so far. Know the smell of the game. Alright, so I'm gonna get through real quick. I'm gonna get back through and I'm gonna look at specific parts and why I think certain characters will be in the game. So let's go. We start off with showing like the main antagonists of this game, or the main characters of this game, right? Story-wise, Soul being the main good guy, I know being the one who's like causing a lot of trouble, and then Batman being the main antagonist. And I think Batman is actually going to be one of the characters that can be completely playable in this game. I think Batman is one of the future characters, or one of the future DLC characters that will be for this game. His character just seems like it's fully fleshed out at this point. Like, he has a body, he has a fully 3D model, and he just looks very interesting. He looks very Guilty Gear, right? He doesn't look like just a secondary character in the background. He looks very Guilty Gear, if that's a way to describe it. From like what we saw, you can see his fully fleshed out 3D model, and we see his attack later on. I mean, obviously, he might be a boss, right? He might be like a boss that is not playable, but he's like a boss character. But he also could be a boss DLC, like Justice and Clifford for Guilty Gear XX+R, right? So I think Batman is 100% going to be a character, either one of the next 5 DLC characters or a future, Rev style update where they make the bosses playable characters, right? Eventually. But I think he's definitely going to be a character. I think Strive's going to be one of the last Guilty Gear games, right? And so they're going to do Batman justice and make him an actual playable character. And if it's not the last Guilty Gear game, it's going to be the last Guilty Gear game for the next 5 years, okay? Or next 4 or 5 years, because they're going to go work on something else probably. Yeah, I think Batman 100% is going to be a character. Playable. And then moving on, next playable character, this guy. This is the K3, I think, the 3 Kings. Okay, no, it's not the K3, it's the G4. And it's the multiple kings of the 4 kingdoms in Guilty Gear. Right? Kai, Leo, I think this is the Universal Will, and then this person. I think, for story reasons, this person is going to be playable. I don't think this person is going to be playable, Universal Will. But I think for story reasons, this person will be playable. But there's not much information on them. We just know that they're a king of one of the countries, but there's not much else on them. Right? I think this person has a high chance of being playable. Just because of the way they look, and also they're part of the G4, but this person can't be playable, so they must be playable, right? That's my theory. Look, we don't have much information on this person. I can't give hard evidence. It's just a theory. So far we have that man and we have this person, one of the kings. Next, we see these two. These two mean nothing. These look how bland they are. These two are absolutely bland. But these two are so stylized. They're so Guilty Gear, right? And of course, this is Giovanna. Yes, we know this one. But this guy looks so he looks so Guilty Gear. He looks so fleshed out. He doesn't look like another background character like these two. He looks like he has a lot going with him, because we see later in the trailer that he's like swinging a weapon. And when I see someone, using a weapon in a trailer, I think they're going to be, they're going to be doing some fighting. Either they're going to be doing some fighting in game, or they're going to be doing some fighting in cinematics, or like a boss character or something. Oh wait, well, we have some information. This guy's name is Gold Lewis Dickinson. He's the first active soldier to serve as a Secretary of Defense. He is a friend of Vernon from their time together in the military, and with Erica since he took his position. Both of them trust him deeply, knowing him to be both loyal and funny. So I mean, he has his own entry on the story. He's probably going to be a character. Old Lewis Dickinson. Let me see, Ram. I know. And here's another one. Chat, look, I know you guys don't want it to happen. I know there's a lot of people having nightmares and horror stories about this character. But I'm pretty sure Jack O. Valentine will be making a return to Guilty Gear Strive. Because on the Wiki website page, Jack O. Valentine, here it is. As you can see, chat, or viewers, Jack O is still Jack O. She's not Arya. Yeah, she's still Jack O. The developers still call her Jack O because she's not Arya. Arya is inside of Jack O now. She's inside of Jack O. She's a separate soul within Jack O, but she didn't take over the body of Jack O. Jack O is still Jack O, right? Jack O. Valentine, an artificial life form created to prevent justice resurrection. Half of the soul of Soul's lover Arya remains within her, and she has Arya's memories. She prevented Justice's awakening by fusing with the soul of Arya, whose body became Justice during the Battle of the Universal Will. Arya's soul was completely revived, but her consciousness remains dormant within Jack O. And she's currently working with Soul as a bounty hunter, which means Jack O is still a fighter. She's still fighting. She's still Jack O. She still does all Jack O things. She just has Arya inside of her now, so she makes sure she looks different. But she's still Jack O, which means, chat, there is a very, very high chance that Jack O will be making a return to Guilty Gear Strive. Many people's disappointment. I am a fan of Jack O, honestly, so I would like to see Jack O come back. But I know a lot of people aren't. We have four characters so far. Jack O, that man, Old Lewis Dickinson, and whoever the other G4 dude is. Right? That we'll learn about in the story. Let's fall. Now, I'm hoping Here's just like a little theory of mine. This forest this is probably like reaching so far. This is probably reaching like into another dimension. I'm reaching right now. Okay, this is my own head. This is my own reaching thing. Just give me this. This forest and that little chipmunk. For some reason, it reminds me of Bridget. It reminds me of Bridget, right? Yeah, the stage just reminds me of Verdant from Bridget's stage from Guilty Gear XX accent core plus R. It's a reach. It's a very big reach. It's a huge reach. It could even be the forest that Testament is protecting. Maybe Kai is going to Testament and ask him to help him do something, so he comes to the forest or something. It's a huge reach. I understand. It probably means nothing. It's probably just a random forest that it's not tied to any character, but I have hope. I have hope it's either Bridget or it's Testament, but I'm not gonna add them to the list of characters. It's such a long shot. Let's go to the actual the last character that I think will be in the game that's in the trailer.
So long, my nails are sharp on the light. That is me.
Right here, this guy. Remember this thing? It seems to have like a halo above its head, just like Valence Jacko. But it's like this character looks so interesting. Like look at this character. It looks so fleshed out and so interesting. It kind of reminded me of Zappa at first, but it's definitely not Zappa. Like I don't know what this is, but I think it's going to be the last of the 5 DLC characters to be in Guilty Gear Strive. Just because of the way it looks. Like I know every character that appears in a trailer is not a character that will be in the game. Like it would kind of be weird for them to like show off all these characters and then slowly like, oh yeah, these are the next 5 characters. By the way, they were already in the trailer and they're going to be in the base game in the story, but they won't be. They're not going to be playable until later in the future. That would kind of be weird. I can understand disproving them because they're in the trailer, but I also think they could be characters because they're in the trailer, you know? And also this guy has a gun. Like this guy has a gun. So it's most likely to be a character who's going to be fighting at some point. Whether you can fight as him or you can only fight against him is up to be you know, discovered. But he has a gun, he has a weapon, he's going to be fighting. That's, you don't need, it's like a, what's that rule? It's Chekhov's gun. You can't show something without it being used, right? In some way. You can't show us that he has a weapon and he's capable of fighting without allowing us to either fight him or fight as him, you know? This character looks sick. Also, this gun makes me think he's gonna be like the Elf replacement, right? He's gonna be the gun character. We're not gonna have Elf. Elf's not gonna be in the game. We're gonna have this guy, gun guy. He's gonna be our gun guy. No Elf. This guy again. He looks like he's gonna be a major main character. Also, who are these guys in the background? Actually, there's a guy. Someone with a gun here. I'm guessing that's him. I think that's him right here. He's holding it. It's like he's holding a gun to some random people. Then there's some guy with a long ponytail. Is there anyone in Guilty Gear we know with a long ponytail like this? This looks like the black dude who was sitting at the table because of this the glasses here. Yeah, so whatever that means, we don't know what it is, but maybe we'll figure it out in the future. And then here's a big guy using his weapon again. Oh, here's a big guy using his weapon for the first time, and again, Chekhov's gun. Like this looks like a giant casket? A giant casket, maybe? I don't know how to explain that weapon. It's almost like a glaive, but it's not a glaive, is it? There's this guy, but this guy's not gonna be a playable character. He's just a commander for Potemkin. I don't think he'd be playable.
Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart.
This is Jacko and Arya again. See, this is Jacko, and then here's Arya in the background. They're like having a heart-to-heart. That man doing his big attack that I was talking about earlier. Like this thing. Whatever this is. This kind of looks like the Danger. You know, like accent core plus R, Danger, you know, I know boss thing. This kind of looks like that, even though it's not danger signs at all. It's just triangles. But it looks like, you know, it looks as threatening as that. That's what I think. If I had to guess, based on this trailer, who the characters would be to show up in the game.
At long last.
Oh, wait, there's a launch trailer too. Wait. Okay, wait. I haven't seen this yet.
And so begins at long last my world peace experiment.
Asuka knew that Ino would pose a threat if she ever awakened, so he created a Jacko to prevent that, in order to save her. That other Jacko...
Mind telling me why you're really here?
The flame of corruption. Sole bad guy. Our plan's completely shot to shit if he shows up.
Your conclusion is meaningless. The most important thing for me is drama.
An unregistered weapon of mass destruction has been activated.
This is about to start another world war!
Who's this guy? This guy looks like he's going to be like a third antagonist.
Drama.
Like separate from that man. Oh, this is the guy we saw on the this is the long-haired dude we saw earlier that we was trying to figure out who it is. He's a long-haired dude with some security guards here. Here's the guy with the halo. There's Asakusa at the top. This guy looks like this guy looks like Solve J. Kimberly from Full Metal Alchemist from this far away. There's that guy that we that's one of the G4 that we saw earlier that we couldn't figure out. We don't know who they are yet. Don't know who this thing is, but maybe this thing is gonna be one of the potential characters. Whatever this is, who knows? It looks fancy enough.
All right then.
We can find here. Yeah, so this guy again, one of the G4, and then oh, Soft J Kimberly's on the table now. But I don't know what happened to him.
I'll give us a hand.
Yeah, it does look like everything. I don't.
What is this?
Excuse me.
World peace.
Well, oh wait. I gotta scan more.
Give us a hand.
I can't read what his chest says. I like this character's design. If this character is actually a character, I think I'd play him. I think that'd be like very fun. I'm just like scanning scene by scene.
Ready in just 5 minutes.
It is a coffin. Okay, I was right. It just looked curved because it was being swung. But it is a coffin with spikes on both the top and the bottom that opens up and something comes out of it, is what I'm guessing. Area 51, United States, warning, do not enter. Something comes out of it. Soul. This guy again he has a gun. A functioning gun. Chip and Anji riding butterflies to chase up with this guy. Wait, is that what's on top of his car? Is that a thing or is that just like a statue? Here's some Jesus. The story mode for this game looks like it's gonna be sick. Like, I might actually play the story mode for this game. This turned into a video of me, like, trying to figure out who's gonna be the next 5 characters, just trying to find information on this one guy. McFire Wheel 1.
Happy chaos.
Happy?
My name.
He's
I could
Happy
be anything
Chaos.
you like, or nothing at all.
He's Happy Chaos. Oh my god. He's the other Jacko. So we've known about him. He's been talked about in other games. Like, this is the first time he's like actually like, you know, properly debuted. Happy Chaos. Okay, so this is Happy Chaos. Okay, we don't need to call him Khalil anymore. Maybe that's just a brand. But this is Happy Chaos. Which is just literally like the opposite of Jacko. He's just chaotic. He's chaos. He's the absolute chaos.
My name. I could be anything you like, or nothing at all. But I do exist.
I hope this character's playable. I hope Happy Chaos is actually playable in this game. He looks sick. He looks so cool. I would love to play him if he's an actual character. Yeah, but alright, like, we just watched 2 trailers and I'm pretty sure we can have a good idea on who's gonna be the next playable characters in the game. Gold Lewis, the G4 member that we saw for an instant. Happy Chaos, which looks really sick. Regular Chaos, or Jacko Valentine. And then Batman. Those 5 characters. That's who I think is going to be part of the game. I would or at least part of the next 5 DLC characters, or if not the next 5, eventually, like boss characters become characters or something. Like that man and Happy Chaos seem like to be the main bad guys of this game, and they seem like they might become boss characters who get a rev style boss character turned into a regular character kind of deal, right? Which would be cool, but I would like to see them as like DLC characters early on. I don't want to have to wait 2 years for them to release Rev 2, and then we get the characters, you know? But those other 5 characters I think are going to be in the game. I think they have some, I think they have a chance, just because of how they've seen the show in the trailer. They seem like they could be playable characters, but that's all I can guess for now. Other than that, I still think Viking, Bridget, probably not Testament because of how simple Strive wants to be. Testament's such a complicated character and he does so many things that he probably won't be in it. Maybe not Bridget because movements, they really want to nerf movement and Bridget is all about movement. So if Bridget's in there while everyone else has like no movement, then it kind of wouldn't work, right? Viking is their poster child though. She probably will be in the game. But compared on the story so far, it doesn't seem like there's a place for Viking. Right? It doesn't seem like there's a place for Viking in the story. There probably isn't a place for Bridget in the story either. Maybe Testament. Testament's a really good fighter, and he's strong. He could be just there as a protection, you know. But I don't know. That's just my guess. That's all I can say. If Viking might not be in this game, guys. Sorry, Viking might not be here. Unless they choose to just add characters regardless of story. If they choose to add characters regardless of story, Viking and Bridget probably 100%, and Dizzy and Kai Kisuke probably not Kai Kisuke, Sin Kisuke will probably 100% be in the game. But other than that, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll be happy to hear what you guys would say and what you guys think is wrong or right about what I got today. But that's it. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and adios.